Welcome to the Dreamy chapter, your quiet sanctuary in a noisy world. Here, we share classic stories to help you relax, unwind, and drift into a peaceful sleep. Tonight, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the story of Thomas Edison guide you to dreamland. The story begins in the small town of Milan, Ohio. It was a sleepy afternoon in late autumn. The sun was hanging low in the sky, casting long, soft shadows across the fields. Everything was bathed in a warm, golden light. Young Tom, who was only 6 years old, walked slowly towards the big, red barn behind his house. The barn was his favorite place in the whole world. It was a sanctuary of silence. When he stepped inside, the air changed. It smelled of dry hay, sweet oats, and old wood. It was a comforting, earthy smell that made him feel safe. Tom stood still for a moment, letting his eyes adjust to the dim light. He could see thousands of tiny dust motes dancing in the shafts of sunlight that pierced through the wooden walls. They floated lazily, up and down, like tiny stars in a wooden galaxy. It was so quiet that he could hear his own steady breathing. In and out, in and out. Tom climbed up the wooden ladder to the hayloft. The hay was soft and prickly, creating a natural cushion. He moved carefully, trying not to make a sound, as if he were guarding a precious secret. In the corner of the loft, he had found something special. A goose sitting on her eggs. He had watched her for days. He watched how she sat, perfectly still. He watched her patience. She did not move. She did not play. She simply gave her warmth to the eggs, believing that life would come from her stillness. Tom was fascinated. He wondered, if she can do it, why can't I? When the mother goose left for a moment, Tom did something that only a dreamer would do. He did not steal the eggs. Instead, he gathered some straw to make a soft, round nest for himself. He placed goose eggs and chicken eggs carefully into his little circle. And then, very gently, he sat down. He sat there, wrapping his coat around him like a protective wing. He closed his eyes and focused on the warmth. He felt the heat from his own body traveling down to the eggs. Time seemed to stop. Minutes turned into hours. The sun moved across the sky, changing the light in the barn from gold to a deep, sleepy orange. Tom's legs grew tired, but he did not move. He was practicing the art of patience. He imagined the tiny hearts beating inside the shells. He imagined that he was giving them life, just by being there, just by being quiet. Evening came, and the barn grew darker. The shadows stretched out, covering the hayloft in a blanket of gray. Suddenly, voices were heard outside. His family was looking for him. Tom, Tom, where are you? When his father climbed the ladder and lifted the lantern, he saw a sight he would never forget. There was little Tom, sitting on a nest of broken eggs, his clothes covered in yellow, yolken straw. Most people would have been angry. Most people would have left. But in that moment, Tom looked up with wide, innocent eyes. He wasn't being naughty. He was trying to understand the miracle of life. His father lifted him up, brushing the straw from his hair. The experiment had failed, but the curiosity in Tom's heart was burning brighter than ever. As they walked back to the house, under the canopy of twinkling stars, Tom felt tired but happy. He had learned that to create something, one must have the patience to sit still. One must be willing to wait. And so, the boy went to sleep that night, dreaming of warmth and light. The world was big and full of mysteries. But for now, he was safe in his bed, just like you are safe in yours. Let go of your thoughts, just as Tom let go of the day. Feel the warmth of your blanket. Feel the heaviness of your eyelids. Tomorrow is a new day for new dreams, but tonight is for resting. Good night. Sleep tight. Welcome to the Dreamy chapter, your quiet sanctuary in a noisy world. Here, we share classic stories to help you relax, unwind, and drift into a peaceful sleep. And as we leave little Tom in the warm barn, we allow time to flow forward, gently, like a river flowing into the sea. The boy has grown. He is no longer sitting still. Now, he is moving. He has found a rhythm that matches the beating of his own heart. The rhythm of the rails. Take a moment to adjust your blanket. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw relax. Imagine you are sitting by a window on a night train, watching the world go by in a blur of soft shadows. Let us listen to the song of the night train. The year is 1859. Young Thomas is now 12 years old. Every morning, before the sun has even opened its eyes, Tom climbs aboard the train that runs from Port Huron to Detroit. The train is a giant, breathing creature of iron and steam. Listen closely. Can you hear the rhythm? Click, click, moosh. Click, click, moosh. It is a steady, hypnotic sound, rocking back and forth, like a cradle made of steel. Inside the train, the air smells of roasted peanuts, fresh ink, and sweet candy. Tom walks through the aisles, selling newspapers to the passengers. But his mind is not on the sales. His mind is on the motion. He loves looking out the window as the train cuts through the misty forest. The trees pass by like silent ghosts. The houses are just flickering candles in the dark. Everything is peaceful when viewed through the glass. But Tom had a secret hidden in the baggage car. While the passengers slept or read their papers, Tom created his own little world in the back of the train. Imagine a small corner filled with glass bottles, jars of chemicals, and strange wires. This was his laboratory on wheels. Most people need silence to think. But Tom found peace in the noise. The rattling of the wheels became his music. The shaking of the floor became his dance. In that small, dusty baggage car, surrounded by trunks and mailbags, He felt completely free. He would mix his potions, drop by drop, watching the colors change as the miles rolled away beneath his feet. He was an alchemist of the railroad, turning a boring journey into a magical adventure. It was around this time that something changed for Tom. The world began to turn down its volume. His hearing started to fade. The conductor's whistle became a distant echo. The chatter of the passengers became a soft murmur. The loud clanking of the wheels softened into a gentle hum. For many, this would be frightening. But for Tom, it was a strange gift. It was as if someone had closed a heavy door, shutting out the distractions of the world. Inside his head, it was quiet, perfectly, beautifully quiet. This silence became his sanctuary. It allowed him to focus deeply, to dive into his thoughts without interruption. He learned that you do not need to hear the world to understand it. You only need to feel it. Years passed, and Tom found himself working at night. He became a telegraph operator. Imagine a small, wooden station in the middle of nowhere. Outside, the night is pitch black. The crickets are singing their slow, sleepy song. Inside, a single kerosene lamp burns on the desk, casting a warm, orange glow. Tom sits in the chair, waiting, and then it comes. The message. Click, 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 click. The telegraph key taps out its Morse code. It is a language of dots and dashes, a language of rhythm. Tom's fingers dance on the key, translating the clicks into words. To him, it wasn't just work. It was like playing a musical instrument in the dark, sending messages through the wire, connecting lonely stations across the sleeping country. The train has reached its destination. The engine slows down. Chug, 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 and finally stops. The steam sighs. A long, white breath into the cool night air. The station is quiet now. The telegraph key is silent. The lights are out. Tom rests his head on his arms and drifts away. And you, too, have arrived at a place of rest. Let the rhythm of the train stay in your mind, rocking you gently back and forth, back and forth. The night is yours. The silence is yours. Sleep now. Good night. Welcome back to the stillness. You have traveled with Tom through the warm barn, and you have ridden with him on the rhythmic night train. Now, we travel a little further in time to a place called Menlo Park. It is a place of wooden buildings, sitting on top of a quiet hill, surrounded by deep, silent forests. Before we enter, make sure you are warm. Pull the blanket up to your chin. Feel the weight of your body sinking into the mattress. Let go of the day. Let go of the noise. Here, on this hill, the only thing that matters is the magic of the moment. It is the winter of 1877. Menlo Park is covered in a thick blanket of snow. The world outside is white and silent. Not a creature is stirring. The trees stand like frozen statues, guarding the secrets of the hill. Inside the long, wooden laboratory, it is warm. The air smells of pipe tobacco, cedar wood, and machine oil. It is a comforting smell, the smell of hard work and deep thought. The gas lamps on the walls are hissing softly. Hiss, hiss, hiss. They cast a gentle, amber glow across the room. Shadows dance on the walls, swaying back and forth. In the center of this golden light stands Thomas Edison. He is no longer a boy, but his eyes still hold that same bright wonder. He is known now as the wizard, but he is a quiet wizard, a wizard who listens more than he speaks. On the wooden table sits a strange little machine. It does not look like much, just a heavy brass cylinder wrapped in a thin sheet of tinfoil. It's there, waiting, sleeping. Edison walks around it, slowly. His footsteps on the wooden floor are soft. Creak, creak. He adjusts a tiny metal needle, so sharp, so delicate. He treats the machine like a sleeping child. He knows that tonight, something magical is about to happen. Most people believe that voices are like the wind. Once spoken, they are gone forever, lost into the air. But Edison believes he can catch them. He believes he can trap a whisper in a sheet of foil. The room grows very quiet. The other men in the laboratory stop their work. They gather around, watching, holding their breath. Even the gas lamps seem to dim, just a little. Edison leans in close to the machine. He places his hand on the crank. He begins to turn it, round and round and round. The rhythm is steady, like a heartbeat. Clack, whir, clack, whir. He takes a deep breath, and he speaks into the horn. He does not choose a grand speech. He does not choose a difficult scientific word. He chooses a nursery rhyme, a song for children. Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. His voice is loud and clear. The needle scratches into the foil, etching the sound into the metal. And then silence returns. Edison stops turning the crank. He moves the needle back to the beginning. The men lean in closer. Is it possible? Can a machine remember? Edison turns the handle again. Clack, whir, clack, whir. And then, from the depths of the brass horn, a voice comes out. It is faint. It sounds distant, like a memory. It sounds scratchy, but the words are there. Mary had a little lamb. It was the first time in the history of the world that the sound had been captured. A moment of time, frozen forever. The men smile, not with loud cheers, but with soft, amazed smiles. The wizard had caught a ghost and put it in a bottle. After the magic The excitement faded into a peaceful calm. The snow continued to fall outside, piling higher and higher, softening the edges of the world. Edison sat back in his chair. He watched the machine. He thought about all the voices, all the songs, all the lullabies that would be saved for the future. Because of this quiet night, because of this simple tinfoil, the fire in the stove burned low. The embers glowed red. Warmth filled the room. Edison closed his eyes. Just for a moment. Even wizards need to rest. The rhythmic ticking of the clock on the wall became his lullaby. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And now, let the image of that warm, golden laboratory fade away. Let the snow cover the hill in a blanket of white silence. The machine is silent. The lights are out. The world is asleep. You too are safe. Your thoughts are slowing down, just like the spinning wheel. Slowing down, and stopping. Rest now, in the quiet. Good night. Welcome back to a time before the world was bright. Imagine a world without switches, a world where the sun went down and the day was truly over. Tonight, we step into the shadows, not to be afraid, but to find a small, warm glow, a light that was made to keep us safe through the long night. Pull your blanket up a little higher. Let the darkness of your room be a comfort, for in the dark, even the smallest light shines like a star. It is the year 1879. Outside the laboratory in Menlo Park, the night is deep and black. In those days, light was a fragile thing. Candles flickered in the wind. Flicker, flicker. Oil lamps smoked, filling the air with the smell of salt. Gas lights hissed like angry snakes. The light was always moving, always dancing, always tired. But Edison dreamed of a different light. He sat in his chair, watching a gas lamp burn. He dreamed of a light that was steady, a light that was clean, a light trapped inside a glass bottle, so the wind could never blow it out. A little sun for every home, safe, silent, and eternal. But creating a star is not easy. Edison needed a heart for his lamp, a tiny thread that would glow when the electricity flowed through it. But it had to be strong. It had to glow without burning away. And so began the long search. This is the story of patience, day after day, night after night. Edison and his friends tried everything. They tried cotton. It burned up in a flash. Poof. They tried paper. It turned to ash. They tried wood from a box. They tried thread made of silk. They even tried a hair from a friend's beard. Again and again, thousands of times, the glass bulb would glow bright for a second, and then, Darkness returned. Most people would have cried. Most people would have gone home to sleep. But Edison just swept away the ash. He smiled his tired smile. "We are not failing," he said softly. "We are just finding the ways that do not work." His patience was deeper than the ocean. It is late October. The air is crisp and cool. Edison is sitting at his table, holding a simple piece of cotton thread. But this time, he has baked it. He has turned it into carbon. It is black and extremely fragile. If he breathes too hard, it might break. Watch his hands, steady as a rock. He moves in slow motion. He places the tiny black thread inside the glass bulb, gently, so gently, like placing a baby bird back into its nest. Next, he has to remove the air. He uses a pump, thump, 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 sucking the air out of the glass bottle, creating a vacuum, a space of nothingness where the thread can burn without dying. The room is silent. Everyone is watching, waiting. The moment has come. Edison nods to his assistant. "Turn it on." The switch is thrown. Electricity flows like an invisible river into the lamp. And then it happens. The thread does not burn. It glows. Warm orange light fills the glass. It is not a harsh light. It is the color of sunset. It is the color of amber honey. The men stand around the table, their faces bathed in the gold. They do not cheer. They do not shout. They just stare. In wonder, they pull up their chairs, and they watch. 1 hour passes. The light is still there. Steady, calm. 2 hours pass. 3 hours. The night moves on, but the light stays awake. It is a faithful friend, keeping the darkness away. Edison did not sleep that night. He sat by his lamp, watching it live. 13 hours passed, then 14. The sun began to rise outside, painting the sky in pink and gray. But inside, the little glass sun was still shining. It was a miracle of patience. It was a proof that if you wait long enough, if you try hard enough, the light will always come. Imagine sitting there with Edison, feeling the warmth of that first bulb, feeling the peace of a problem solved. The world was no longer scary. The shadows had been tamed, and so the wizard captured the light. He put it in a bottle for you, so that you never have to be afraid of the dark. Look around your room now. In your mind, imagine a soft, golden glow protecting you, warm, steady, safe. Let your eyes close. Let the light in your mind dim down, slowly, dimmer and dimmer, until there is only a comfortable, velvety darkness. Sleep now in the safety of the night. Good night. Welcome back to the final chapter. Our journey began in a warm bed. It traveled on a rhythmic night train. It rusted in a quiet laboratory on a hill. And now, after a lifetime of inventions, after all the noise and all the lights, it is time to rest, truly rest. Imagine leaving everything behind. Imagine stepping into a cool, green forest where the only light comes from the stars and the only sound is the whispering of the trees. Let us join the old wizard on his last quiet adventure. It is the summer of 1918. Thomas Edison is now an old man. His hair is white as snow. His face is lined with wisdom, but his spirit is still young. He calls his friends together: Henry Ford, the man of cars; Harvey Firestone, the man of wheels; and John Burroughs, the man of nature. They call themselves the vagabonds, the wanderers. They pack their tents into the cars. They leave the busy cities behind. They drive away from the factories, away from the telephones, away from the clocks. They drive deep into the Great Smoky Mountains, where the air is fresh and smells of pine needles. They set up their camp by a clear, rushing stream. Splash, splash, splash. The water flows over the smooth stones, singing a never-ending song. It is a music older than any machine. Edison's is on a folding canvas chair. He takes off his hat. He lets the sun warm his face. He watches the leaves dance in the breeze. Green and gold, green and gold. For a man who spent his life listening to machines, this silence is a gift. He does not need to invent anything here. The trees are perfect inventions. The river is a perfect engine. The birds are perfect singers. He closes his eyes and simply listens. He breathes in, deep and slow, smelling the damp earth and the wild flowers. Night falls over the mountains. The sky turns a deep velvet blue, then purple, then black. Millions of stars appear, scattered like diamond dust across the darkness. The men build a fire. Crackle, hiss. The flames dance. Orange and red, sparks fly up, joining the stars. They sit around the fire, wrapped in warm blankets, shoulder to shoulder. Friends, they do not talk about business. They do not talk about money. They talk about the simple things, about the shape of the clouds, about the taste of fresh berries, about the sound of the owl hooting in the distance. Who? Edison stares into the fire. His mind, usually racing with ideas, is finally quiet. He realizes that the greatest invention of all is peace. The greatest light is the starlight, and the greatest sound is silence. He feels a deep, heavy tiredness in his bones, but it is a good tiredness, the kind that comes after a long, happy day. The fire burns low. The embers glow soft red, like sleepy eyes closing. One by one, the friends say goodnight. They crawl into their tents, lying on the soft ground, protected by the canvas, protected by the forest. And so, the wizard sleeps, surrounded by the gentle breathing of the forest. He dreams, not of machines, but of rivers, and trees, and quiet places. His work is done. The world is bright. The world is loud. But here, in the heart of nature, everything is still. Everything is well. And now, it is time for you to join them. Imagine your own tent, safe and warm. Imagine the sound of that gentle stream flowing nearby, washing away all your worries. Your journey with Thomas Edison is complete. You have walked through his life, and now you rest in his peace. Let your body sink down, heavier and heavier. The fire has gone out. The stars are watching over you. Sleep now. Drift away. Good night. Good night. Good night.